Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in for another video. Today what I want to do is I want to research some of the companies that gap up and see how much cash are they sitting on. We hear all these rumors and assumptions about companies having low cash or high cash when they gap up, especially small caps. So today I want to put an end to the rumors and basically dive into the data and check, um, these companies' status, their cash balance, their balance sheets, debt, liabilities, all of that, and to see really what conclusions we can get out of the data. So first, let's sign in and run our data scan. We're signing in using Spikeet.com, and after the platform loads, let's go ahead and just create a new request. Let's name it how much cash, and let's give it a date range of about a half a year, so starting from 22 until today. Now we want to set our filter. So basically the group of companies we are looking to run this analysis on are small caps, companies that gap up and that have some trading volume in the pre-market. So let's go ahead and set our first filter, which is the pre-market volume. So we have to hop up to the intraday, select volume. Let's put the time range of pre-market. So 9:29 is the end time, and we want companies that traded some volume, right? So we don't want to catch everything. We want companies that had some traction, some volume. So pre-market volume greater, let's do 100K, and we can see here in words the filter means the total unadjusted share volume between the pre-market is greater than 100K. The next filter is under the fundamental section, and we want to capture only companies that have a small market cap. So let's put in market cap less than 200 million, and you can see in words the filter. Great. And the last one, we want to capture gappers. So let's say a gap greater than 20%. That will do for us now. So gap greater than 20%, greater or equal than 20%. Next, now we choose the data points we want to see in the spreadsheet. So let's pull the symbol. Oh, actually, let's set also only listed stocks. So I go back to the filters, I go to the daily section, and I only want to get listed stocks. So exchange is NASDAQ on IC. I want to filter out the OTC for now for this study that I'm doing. Of course, you can pull OTC as well. You can pull only OTCs. So we added that filter. Let's go back to the columns. So we're pulling the symbol. Let's pull the date, the exchange, the open price. Let's pull also the market cap just so we have it. So under the fundamental, we click market cap, and we will have it in the spreadsheet. Okay, now let's go to the earnings section. And under the earnings sections, these are all the data points that are coming from the SEC filings, and these include the financials, such as the cash, the liabilities, a lot of dilution data we have here, equity stuff. So everything you can find in the 10Ks, 10Qs, in the earnings filings, you can pull, and it will be correct as of the date of that gap. So everything is point in time history, right? We don't want to get the cash as of today, of course, because that's irrelevant. It's not useful. So any data point you pull here, it will be correct as of the day in the past, which is very important when you deal with historical data and research. So I can click here, and then I get everything under that section. But for now, and we have different sections. So we have the asset section, have the liability section, equity, etc., etc. Let's just pull the cash, the total cash, and let's pull the total liability. So for now, these are the three data points I'm pulling from the earnings section, and we can also pull the gap. Let's review our data requests. So this is our date range, half a year. We're filtering for listed stocks only that had pre-market volume of at least 100K shares, so some traction. We only want small caps, so we're requiring the market cap to be less than 200 mil and a gap greater than 20%. These are the data points we are pulling into the spreadsheet. So the symbol, the date, the exchange, have the market cap, some cash information and liabilities, and the gap. Let's enable the daily updates and let's disable the notification and rerunning the request, and I'll be back when it completes. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, this request took less than 1 minute to complete. We can open it up and see the results we're getting. Okay, great. Let's export it to Google Sheet and we'll be back. Okay, we're back and we have our data exported to whichever platform you can do that you have in mind. We decided to do this via Google Sheet. You can stick with Zoho, Excel, whichever you like. Anyway, these are the data results we get back. Let's see how many results we have here. Okay, so we have about 350 results that the platform spit out for us. And remember, the filters are listed exchanges only in the past half year that had a market cap less than 200 million and a gap greater than 20%. So these are all the cases, and we got it in less than a minute, so pretty impressive. And we can see we have here the cash, the liabilities, and the current asset, and some other data points. So first thing, let's just check what's the average cash value of these 350 companies, right? So to do so, we created a new spreadsheet just for simplicity. We can do equal average. Then we can select the entire column. Okay, interesting. So the average cash, we can of course format it. Is 30 million. So that's not a lot, but now we have some idea of what's the average cash of a potential gapper, less than a small cap gapper, I'd say less than 200 million. And that's interesting. You'll also notice that we have here a lot of NA values and zero values, so we can also sort this and see different metrics. So we can do sort, and we can see that about 20 companies didn't have cash. Another interesting thing we can do with these 350 companies that we got back is we could create a chart, scatter chart, to see some of the distribution of the values and to see where the cash falls for each company, is where the majority of the data is going. So for example, if we select everything, we can see that the max is 2 billion, but of course most companies here don't have $2 billion cash sitting on their hands. So the average and the max and the sum and the mean, it's good to have, but it doesn't give you the full picture. So we can create a chart. Now this is a line chart, so let's do a scatter chart, because a line chart doesn't really give us it also gives us some info, but I want specifically to do a scatter chart. And you can see here the distributions of the values of the cash. So you can see the latest, the biggest value of course is here, but most of the values are here, under 500 million. And we can also play around with this and see how, how we can evolve this. So if we extend it more, and you can do this in many ways. This is just one hacky way I've decided to do this. So I clicked here on the axis, and then I did log scale, and when I do log scale, I can see where the distributions of a lot of the values. So we can see some of them are under 1 million, some of them are in the 10,000 range. A lot of them, you can see the bulk of them are under 100 mil. And of course, we're getting here up to 1 billion, but we know we don't have many above 1 billion. So you can see where the distributions of the values are going, and you can see where the majority of the company's cash, where it's located, right? So this is like an interesting picture, an interesting idea to keep researching. And more data, more statistics, more information you have, the better the edge you can build, the better confidence you can come to the market every day with. So this is just one idea among many you can gain with data, and quite frankly, quickly. Under 1 minute, we got 350 companies, and we got to build this chart and understand where the cash values are. So I hope you liked that video. Let us know if you find it any valuable, and I'll see you guys in the next one.